How can your eyes be bigger than your stomach?
How do you put up a tent?
How?
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 How can I make water change colour by simply pouring it?
It's got to be magic or a miracle.
No, Fred. No, I reckon it's some kind of chemical change.
Simply because of my brilliance, I have to say. What colour is this water?
Blue.
It is. Now, I will pour it into the lemonade bottle here. And what colour is the water that's coming out?
Red!
Red, exactly.
How do you do that?
It is quite incredible, isn't it?
Certainly is.
Quite brilliant.
How'd you do it?
This is how you do it. Have a look inside this lemonade bottle. There's red water inside there. There's also a cup inside. So when I pour the blue water into the cup, then it displaces the red water and pours it out of the spout, thus sort of changing colour. And that's how I can do it.
How well designed is a camel?
Oh, they're funny looking, Fred. They're not well
No,
designed.
they're not elegant, Freddie.
Not elegant. What should we do then to change the camel?
Well, the hump has to go.
The
If the hump
hump
makes it look
has to
silly.
go.
And the
of course it
knees
does.
go, definitely.
Knees
They're too
have got
knobbly,
to
far too
go.
knobbly.
Let's get rid of the knees.
Yeah, and those feet, they look like carpet slippers.
Feet. Let's get rid of the feet.
And the nose, I mean, it's very puffy and it looks very, very
The
silly.
nose has got to go. I'll go and
Yes,
get
take
it.
the nose off immediately, Freddie.
Okay,
That's a
nose
lot
has
better.
gone.
That's
okay, so now you're happy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's better.
Which is strange, really, because for thousands of years, the camel has been man's best friend in the desert and superbly designed to do the job that it does. But what about our streamlined friend here? Well, the first thing that will happen is, well, she will not be able to walk with his little tiny feet. She needs those big, flat feet to walk on the desert sand, otherwise she'll sink.
All right then, Fred, put the feet
Shall we
back
put
on.
the feet back on? So, the feet are back on. Okie dokie. But the problem is, of course, she'll get tired, she'll kneel down on the burning desert sand, and she'll burn her knees.
Well, she needs something to protect her then, doesn't she? Knobbly knees.
Knees back on. Because, in fact, of course, the camel was born with those knobbly knees anyway. What about the hump?
Why can't you keep the fat in the hump? Because it's useful, but spread it around the body more evenly, like we have it, yeah?
Layers of fat, of course, great insulation, but layers all round the camel's body like a fur coat again in the heat of the desert. How much more sensible to have all that fat concentrated in one place like a rucksack, enabling the rest of the body to stay cool. What do you think?
Yeah, put
Shall
the
we?
hump back on.
But what about that nose?
It couldn't be practical at all. I'm very sorry, Freddie.
Well, you're wrong there, you see, because everything about the camel is designed not to waste water. Its wee is concentrated, its droppings are dry, and it doesn't waste water, like us, when it breathes. Gareth, can you come over here with your shaving mirror, breathe on it, and tell me what happens?
Oh, I
Water
see.
vapour causes water droplets to form, and that doesn't happen with the camel because the camel's nose is full of long passages which condense the water vapour, so it doesn't waste water.
Put
so what
it
do you think?
back on,
Put it
then.
back on. So now she's back to where she started. So how well designed is a camel? Superbly, actually.
How can you square the circle, one of the greatest mathematical puzzles of all time? This is it. With a circle of a given area,
Yeah, that's pi r squared,
yes,
isn't it?
can you make a square of the same area?
Pi r squared as well.
Sounds simple, but it's puzzled mathematicians for over 5,000 years. The Babylonians couldn't solve it, Archimedes, he was useless with it, Pythagoras was foxed, even Gauss, the greatest human calculating machine ever, couldn't solve the problem. In fact, nobody could. Until now, here on How To, I will show you how I have solved it with this cake.
Cake?
Yeah, cake. Well, what shape is it?
Circular.
Yeah, and when I cut it open, you'll see something. Well, it's a bit of a mathematical
Squares?
magic. Look at that. Circle and square. I have squared the circle. Do you want a piece, Freddie?
Yes, please, but how did you do
that?
How did you do that?
How do I do that? I shall show you. All you have to do is, of course, make some cakes, first of all. some chocolate cakes and some ordinary vanilla ones. And then you want to cut them into circles. So you put a bowl upside down on top, giving you a bigger circle on the outside. And then you take something like a tumbler, put that upside down, do the same again. And what that is giving you is 3 circles of different area.
Right.
Okay, once you've done that, Freddie, here you are. You lay them all out, and this is the really clever bit. You take the small chocolate one, and you put jam or buttercream all the way around the side, and put that in the vanilla one. Take that, put jam all the way around that, and put it in the chocolate one. Then you do the same, but the opposite to the others. Put buttercream or jam on top of that, put that on top of that, then the other one, then the other one. Put jam and buttercream all around it, and this is what you get. The fantastic mathematical cake. And that is how I can square the circle. Pass that to Gareth, please.
So, it's all got to do with pie, yeah?
Well, no, actually, it's got to do with cake.
How did the serpent get its shape?
You mean the snake wrapping itself round trees, that sort of thing?
No, actually, I'm not talking about snakes, Fred. No, I'm talking about this. This is a serpent. It is an ancient Elizabethan instrument which I've been learning how to play. Hang on, listen to this.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Beautiful, Gareth. Oh,
Thank you very much.
hey, just a minute.
All right, it's not me playing it. It's a chap called Andrew van der Beek. Andrew, thank you very much indeed. How old is the serpent?
The first ones appeared about 1590, so it's about 400 years old.
And how do you play it? How do you play scales?
Well, it is a notoriously difficult instrument to play, is why you don't hear so many these days, but there are 3 holes here you cover with those 3 fingers.
Right.
3 more here, and you buzz into the mouthpiece as you would into a trombone.
Let's have a go.
Good, and by moving the fingers, you can get all the notes in between.
And how did it get to be this shape then?
Good question, and the best answer is what we have here. This is a reformed serpent.
Why reformed?
It's gone straight.
Oh!
And it's the same, exactly the same. 3 holes there,
Yeah.
3 more holes here.
Yeah.
And the mouthpiece is
You can't
too
reach
far
it.
away.
OK, I tell you what, Andrew, you do the blowing, I'll do the fingering, and we should
Right.
be able to play it between us, shouldn't we? OK, ready, go. So, being as it was around before a lot of other instruments, did it influence instruments at all?
Yep, it was a very good idea indeed, and that's why all modern tubas and trumpets and French horns have all the coils of tubing to make it lie under the finger.
So, by being impossible to play when it's straight, that's how the serpent got its shape. Andrew, can we play out
Let's
together?
do umpa.
OK.
How do you make a green-haired thingy? Some say that looks like me. Utter nonsense, of course.
It is
But
you.
you can make him and all his family. How do you do it? Because they're wondrous little creatures. You will need a pair of tights. Could I borrow your tights, please?
OK, freshly
mind?
washed and laundered.
Thanks very much. I'll let you have them back later.
Will you?
You'll need to get permission off your mum for this. And cut them off in the area of the foot. OK?
Yeah?
Right.
You can have these back later on.
OK, yes, thank you.
Open the tights up. And in the bottom there, you'll want to put some grass seed. Okay?
Yeah?
On top of the grass seed, some sawdust.
Oh,
Okay?
yeah.
Nicely filled up with sawdust. Okay.
Right.
Then you will tie the top, or indeed elastic band it, if so you wish. All right? Following me so far?
Yeah?
It is
yeah.
complex, but we will get there.
Yes?
Okay?
Yes. What
Don't-
about the nose and things like that?
Noses
How
and
do you do
things
that?
like that, you sort of bend a little shape, which will give you your nose, and another rubber band will hold that in place. And for its mouth, well, you can just stitch it really with a needle
Right.
and thread. Then you will need some water, and you will stick it in bottom downwards,
All
like
right.
so. So the water will gradually seep up till it reaches the grass seed. And slowly, over a period of 10 days, 2 weeks, the grass seed will start to sprout. And thereafter, of course, important to keep it watered. You can then produce lovely little chaps like Fred here.
It's you again.
Cut his grass to whatever you like. His little eyes, mouth, whatever you can paint on if you want to, with a bit of poster paint. So you've got a Fred, you've got a Carol, and of course, you'll all recognise that one there.
It doesn't look anything like me, Fred.
It does now, Gareth, and that's how you make a green-haired thingy.
Marvellous. How can your eyes be bigger than your stomach? A rewarding how, this one. Who likes marshmallows?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
me,
yes,
I like
me.
Okay, well, here I've
me.
got some nice marshmallows.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
And
they're
here I have
small.
some even
Whoa, look at these
big
nicer,
ones.
juicier marshmallows. Now,
Yes.
Freddie, you're a very kind, warm-hearted, generous, lovely to be with person, aren't you? So you won't mind if I give Gareth one of these.
Yes!
You just do what you see fit, Carol.
Okay, here we are, Gareth.
Hey, hang on a minute!
I'll just take the
Hang
lid
on.
off, and there you are.
Hang on, I want my
Deflated, just like
big
you, mate.
marshmallow back, please.
You want it back? Not a problem. You see, marshmallows, if you look at them scientifically, are sort of spongy inside and elastic, and inside they have pockets of air, just like tiny balloons. Now, how do you blow up a balloon?
Well, you put air inside it.
Okay, you can do that.
Okay.
There's another way, and that's by taking air from outside the marshmallow. So, if I pop this balloon back in here, you'll see what happens. Now, what I'm going to do is pump air out of the container, and you'll see the balloon and the marshmallows
Yes.
growing in size because I'm reducing the air pressure around them. Ah, and basically, that is how they'll stay until I want to get hold of one again.
What are they actually used for?
What are these used for? Well, these are used to keep food fresh. They create a sort of vacuum seal. And that basically is how sometimes your eyes can be bigger than your stomach.
How do you put up a tent?
Listen, I am the king of camping. I was a scout for many years. A tent, easy peasy.
Yeah.
Okay, right,
And
well-
I was a sixer in the brownies.
Are you?
All right.
Pixies.
Yeah.
There's a tent. There's a guide's hat.
Thank
Right.
you.
There's a scout hat, Fred.
Right.
Off you go. Go and put up a
Easy.
tent.
Come
Good
on,
luck to
Freddie.
you.
See you by the campfire.
All right. You see, putting up a tent is not quite as easy as that, although I've got a bit of a cunning plan.
Now look, this is going well, but
Okay.
the crucial thing
Yeah,
is the
if you
main
put
hole.
this in
That's
here.
got to go through that hole.
Right.
For goodness sake, Carol, try and pull it.
Well, listen, I'll get in...
Oh, the important
This
thing
is going far too well. Let's make the conditions a little more
No, I
realistic,
haven't.
shall we?
Explain to you.
No, I
This has got to
haven't.
go through that.
Ready?
Evening.
Don't go
Wind's
on.
getting up.
My goodness me, that's all we need is... Oh, now look what's happened. Goodness
Ready?
sake.
First, my pop-up scenery. Marvellous.
You've
that
only
whole-
need 3 bits. Get your hammer, go on. Where's your hammer gone?
There's no point getting on at me all the time.
Next, my pop-up sunset. Splendid.
Look, I'll put this bit up here.
Yeah, but you need the central,
What have you put there?
central pull in, otherwise the whole
That
thing will...
goes like that, you see. And then, oh!
Now, my pop-up hat.
Okay, got it?
Yeah, I've got
Now
it.
don't let that go. Whatever happens. Okay? Do not let it go.
Ow!
Sorry.
Finally, my pop-up tent.
Oh,
Hey,
that was a bit easy, wasn't it?
how'd
Well-
you do that?
Well, easy. Pick that red one up and have a go yourselves.
Yeah? What do you do? Just chuck it in the air?
You need to take it out of its wrapper first, I think.
right.
Go on, do that. Yeah.
Chuck
Now,
it in the air.
Throw it in the air.
Yeah!
Much more like it, Gareth. Thank you
Wonderful.
very much.
You're welcome.
Now I
So,
hear it.
thanks to the aid of a very clever, coiled-up spring, that's how you can put up a tent, and that's how for now.
Right, let's get camping.
Here's a quickie. How many things can you juggle at once?
Well, it depends on how many limbs you've got, you see.
Gareth, exactly as many as you like.
As long as they're stuck together in your
Yes.
case, Freddie. Yes, the world juggling record is 11 objects, and they were all held by 3 Russians.
Oh, I could beat that easy.
No, Gareth.
No,
Here we go.
no.
Sorry.
System now.